Well, we go back to the State of the Union, aka the asylum.
It is what it is.
After Donald Trump called out the Democrats for the clowns that they are,
It's true.
the Democrats responded in the only way they know how. No dignity, no respect, and no class.
How did we get here?
Just being the ass.
What the fuck?
I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this is who the Democrats are.
That is true.
No masks, no hiding behind shadows, just in your face with hate.
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
And that's all you need to know.
And knowing is half the battle.
But it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Thursday. Well, we are 48 hours past since the aftermath of the State of the Union, aka the asylum. Donald Trump pointing out a number of things during that speech: the economy, foreign policy, his battle with illegals, the attack against ICE, and of course the senseless and tragic deaths of women and children by illegals, and of course pointing out the heroes of our military. But no, Democrats didn't want to hear none of that. All they heard was wah, 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 orange man bad. And they responded in the only way they knew how, was to either completely ignore him or to attack him during the show, or should I say, during the speech. So Donald Trump decided to take a trip on the way back. Went back 2016, got up that morning, went downstairs, turned on the coffee maker, poured himself a fresh hot cup of Folgers, and decided to roast the Democrats live and in living color. And of course, Democrats respond the only way they know how, again, by attacking him, because that's who they are. Yesterday's video, I concentrated on him going after the transmentals and basically saying to tell states that are still doing this heinous act of child mutilation, you need to stop because this is just wrong. Now I'm going to concentrate on the two most viral videos out there, one starring wonderful Ilhan Omar, and the other on the tragic death of one Irina Zarutska. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Democrats, I'm sorry about that. How do you not stand? Trump blasts Democrats for failing to acknowledge Irina Zarutska's parents at the State of the Union. Surprised? No, not really. President Donald Trump blasted Democrats for refusing to acknowledge the parents of slain Ukrainian refugee Irina Zarutska during a State of the Union address on Tuesday evening. How do you not stand? The president asked.
Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zarutska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina, fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail.
Facts, facts, and facts.
Stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget there were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly.
I had to pause there because it was just flashbacks to the video. It's just, wow. So tragic.
She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal, set free to kill in America, came in through open borders.
Ukraine, fled Ukraine to come to the U.S. War-torn Ukraine to come to the U.S. to only get ended. Wow.
Mrs. Zarutska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
Yeah, she invited her mother there. I didn't get the whole border thing. Yeah, I don't know why he threw that in there because one has nothing to do with the other. But anyway.
How do you not stand? How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
How do you not stand? Exactly. Now we go to this. Democrats refused when asked to stand up for American citizens over illegal aliens. Yes, how do you put illegal aliens over the security of America's citizens? Well, if you're a Democrat, that's how. President Donald Trump asked members of Congress to stand up for Americans over illegal aliens on Tuesday night's evening State of the Union address, which all Democrat members attended. The address refused. Shocking? Not really. Stand up if you agree with the statement. The first duty of American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens, Trump asked lawmakers at the SOTU event. While Republicans stood for the statement, Democrats refused to stand, and members like Ilhan Omar, yes, that wonderful Ilhan Omar, you know, the one who married her brother, and of course Rashida Tlaib, that slug, went out to shout out at Trump.
If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Look at that. One half and the other. Unbelievable. Talk about a contrast. Unbelievable. They would refuse to stand up for American citizens over illegal aliens. Putting illegal aliens first. Look at that. Comes over. Wow. Except one big glaring one. That fool right there, Arizona's Mark Kelly. The man was in the military, defending American rights, American citizens, our sovereignty, but he had sat there with his hands up his ass and in favor of illegal aliens over American citizens. Wow, the balls. Telling Democrats you should be ashamed for refusing to affirm U.S. government has a great duty of citizens over illegal aliens. And now here where the festivities begin.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties.
You hear the chirp, 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 chirp? Yeah.
For public officials.
Yeah. That's a woman who puts Somali interests over U.S. She should not be in this country. She should be thrown out of Congress and she should be imprisoned.
Who blocked the removal of criminal aliens.
Maybe imprisoned a little strong, but at least thrown out of the country. Wow.
In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Amen. Amen. That's great. That is just great. For the Democrats to be such children, to throw out these childish antics, to be fools, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This is who the Democrats are. The Democrats don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your children. They don't give a fuck about your family. They don't give a fuck about nobody other than staying in power. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. You can point out over the 90 minutes the good things that America has done. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. It's not 2017 again, but still it's getting better and it's improving. Slowly, but it's improving. We made mistakes along the way, Who doesn't? But at the same time, when you as Democrats refuse to put up any kind of policy or any kind of plan, no, it's just refusal. It's just flat out hate, 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 to quote the great Ice-T. That's all it is. It's all about hate. The guys hate the man so much that it doesn't matter what policy it is. It doesn't matter. It's serious. I mean, this has been said time and time again. If Donald Trump were to come out with the cure of cancer, Democrats will be against it. They would flat out. They would call him a racist. They would flat out call him a racist and a hater and a bigot. The man says the sun's hot, the water's wet, and Democrats flip their shit. It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. The Trump derangement syndrome is on steroids, massive amounts of steroids, and every single Democrat, is overdosing on it. And it's just ridiculous. It's clownish. It's absolute fucking clownish to not pay respect to the mother of Irina Zarutska, who lost her daughter in such a tragic way, to just sit there on your hands. And I said this, I said this at work yesterday. I said there had to be one. I said there had to be at least one Democrat, who had not the balls enough, who basically just showed common decency and respect. I believe that man is John Fetterman out of PA. Now you can say what you want about John Fetterman. I said my fair share in the past with this guy, but you look at the last couple of years, the man has been based. And for Ilhan Omar and her cohort, Rashida Tlaib, these two clowns, these two asswipes, who put Islam over America, who put Somalia over America, who put their interests, their personal interests, their political interests over the country, over the sovereignty, over the citizenry of this country, is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I said it during the video. I said they should be, both of them. I said it mainly on Omar, but yeah, Tlaib too. You should not have foreign-born nationals in Congress. They should not be allowed to run for any kind of office. None. I don't care how good I don't care if you're on the right. I don't care if you're on the left. I don't care if you play the center. You should not be allowed to run for office, period. End of story. Because you can as president, why is it that you can as, running for Congress? I never got that. I never understood it. I think it's stupid. But anyway, again, this is who the Democrats are. It can't be any other way. It can't be any other way. But like I said in my intro, no masks, no hiding behind shadows. And once again, let me quote Ice-T, hate, hate, hate. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. When you see more like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.